Hello, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine, and you?
I'm fine.
What can you tell us about the Othercide Recordings and the Othercide Recordings tour?
Well, it should be amazing, man.
Well, we already had a blast at Sofia yesterday. It was really good. The crowd was full anger mode. And yeah, it's already starting like that. I think tonight will be the killing, you know. It's really a killing free.
Katharys, what can you tell us about your musical career? How did you start?
Well, I started in 2001, and basically I was going to rave parties a lot. I was just not happy with the music, and I was more into drum and bass from the very beginning. So what happened is I just bought some hardware and just tried to do my shit myself. So, and with time I met my friend Tom, and we just started with this Katharsys project. We wanted to make like a very deep and huge emotional drum and bass, hard drum and bass with very hot snares, and we kept going, man.
What was the spark? What was the artist that have influenced in the beginning?
Yeah, that's a good question, man. I think basically we, we went off with conflicts and technical itch, Photech as well, and Bad Company and all these UK artists. That gave us the willing to continue. It was really a thrill at this time, and we were just completely blown away with this music. So yeah, it all started from the late 90s.
Was hard for you in the beginning?
Yeah, basically because we didn't know what we were doing, you know. We just like listen to some music and say, okay, well, how can we make something similar, or how can we make our own ideas? And so it takes us some time, like mostly like 4 or 5 years before we came up with good demo tracks, and we were able to send to labels, and yeah, that started like this.
How do you see the evolution of dark step music from the beginning till now?
Well, it has evolved a lot, I think, and now it's like divided in several branches, like some from the dark neuro to crossbreed and hardcore oriented drum and bass. But as long as it's metal, it's metallics, and yeah, this rawness inside. It's from its dark step. Yeah.
How do you describe your audience?
Well, my audience is. I like my audience. Well, I think people are looking for some hard music, just to push out some bad thoughts on the dance floor, but it's always with a good intention. So that's my take on it, basically.
What's the feeling or the feelings that nurture this kind of music?
It's like an exutory, like you want to give away all the bad out on the dance floor. That's, for me, it's very important that you can express out all those feelings, and it gives the best. For me, it's my goal that people just go on a party, like dance the shit out of themselves, and they went back home and they continue their life happily. And it's not dark music. It's not dark intentions. You understand?
What do you feel when you play on stage, when you play for a large audience?
Well, adrenaline. Yeah, yeah. I like when the crowd reacts. I like when there is involvement, commitment from the crowd, because when they know my tunes and when they react, it's like I'm doing all this for this very moment, you know. So yeah, it's completely my take on this.
What kind of music did your parents used to listen when you were a kid?
Oh well, mostly classical, jazz, blues, all kind of stuff actually.
Any artist?
Any art? Hardly could say. Now I don't remember really.
Did that have any influence on your music in some way?
In some ways it did, because I went to the conservatory. I studied piano for almost 15 years, so it helped me out in terms of music producing. But when it comes to drum and bass, and it's very technical and electronic music, so I had to figure it out myself later on.
What can I say about the set you are gonna play tonight?
Oh well, tonight I'm going to play some bits from the new album I'm putting out with Othercide Recording, and I played some last night and it was quite intense. So I think it will be good.
What can you tell us about the artists you're signing on Othercide Recordings and your relationship with them?
Well, I could say with most of the artists we've got in the roster, we've got a friendly relationship. I think it's really something really important, you know. And I mean, we chose our artists because we feel something, you know. It's in the track, it's in the movement. And I think the dark stem scene can be more live now. Just the fact in France there was not much the scene, you know. That was kind of small and not so much moving since a long time. And so I had the discussion with DJ Homeboy from the heads from Necrologic, and we had a few discussions over Skype, etc. about it, and the project started like that. I gathered maybe, yeah, like 10 releases already for the label. I mean, there is Hugo and Tom, Freakax, Source current value. We are also trying to crossbreeding also the thing by bringing some Eurofunk artists to make some remix and collabs with darker artists to make the scene more alive, I think.
You're also signed to Anger Management Recordings. What's your relationship with Robin Chaos?
Oh well, we've been working together for like maybe 5 or 6 years, playing on the many therapy sessions.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was a very good turn up on our career.
What's your take on therapy session live acts?
Well, it's kind of cool actually, because the therapy session, it's like a big name and it brings people. It has a fancy outfit and some kind of cultural ghost, zombie, and people like to dress up out, and yeah, it's quite cool. This atmosphere, I like it. And it was the opportunity for me to play in amazing parties around Europe and Russia, and Ukraine, anywhere.
What are your future projects?
Oh, I don't know, man. I will try to keep doing what I do the best possible, dark and metallic, and yeah, basically that's all.
What's the hardest thing that you encounter in your career, and what's the hardest thing for dark step producers?
The hardest thing is it's to have an original signature on your sound, and not to try to produce the same like others do. Is to keep trying something original, and sometimes it's difficult because you have some kind of trend going at every time, and it's sometimes difficult, I think, for some producers, because if you don't know what you want to do, or if you have not a precise idea about what you're willing to produce, it can be tricky.
How do you define your own music?
My own music, I would say it's quite metallic. Yeah, and it's all about the snare, obviously. But yeah, hard drum and bass, man.
What kind of music did you use to listen in your youth?
In my youth, man, I used to listen a lot of things, mostly metal actually. When I was teenager, I used to listen a lot of like Sepultura, Pantera, Slayer, and all these songs. And like when I was like 17, I just heard at some party the one album of Photic, Form and Functions, and it just blew my mind. I said, what is this music? I really want to know more, and I started to do my research, because at this time we have no internet, and yeah, I got caught in this drum and bass, totally.
Was the craziest thing that happened to you on tour, or on stage?
On stage, well, once I played in a party in France. There was 5 MCs, and there was actually 3 dogs, like German shepherds, on the stage, barfing and doing like a complete mess. And I was just with dogs under my feet, trying to do my set, and yeah, it was quite intense.
Wait, there was dogs on the scene.
I don't know, man. There was some kind of rave party, you know, and there is dogs everywhere. But so for some reason I went on the stage. Maybe there was some food or something. And, and yeah, this and the 5 MCs, because 1 MC it's good, though, but 5 it's like I couldn't even hear what I was playing, you know. So it was like a hip hop group almost on top of my music. So, but it was quite fun, like, I should say.
What advice will you give to a kid who wants to start a DJ or a producer career?
About DJing, I don't know, but about producing, I would say that you have to focus and have a lot of discipline, and don't listen too much to what people say about your music. Just keep it really close to your what you want to do. You have to have a precise idea what you want to do and just go for it.
How will you define this kind of music to an outsider?
Well, it's pulsional, mechanic, repetitive music for people who just want to lose their mind on the dance floor and dance the shit out of them. Okay. Hello, this is Katharsys, and you're watching I Think I Like It on New TV.
Those who have been chosen.